those who this may be their first show, could you please explain exactly what the quick hits are?
Well, quick hits basically are exactly what it says, quick hits. They're headlines. We grab a headline, we go over it real quick. We don't go into any deep detail. We don't give super deep opinions. We just let you know that this is happening. Pretty much, yeah. At
least we try to. Sometimes we dive in though.
Yeah. Sometimes
we've had a really bad habit of actually diving in on the quick hits, but today we're going to try and keep it subtle with these stories. We have 3 quick hits for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one. What we got coming up first?
The first one we got is PC fans, rejoice.
Yes.
You're finally getting your version of Monster Hunter World.
Finally.
Finally. Capcom, it was announced alongside Xbox One and PS4 versions at last year's E3.
Yes.
Monster Hunter World hit the consoles in February. Is that right? Was it February?
I don't remember. Yeah. I think that's right.
Yeah, so a full 7 months later, you're going to get the PC versions. As on August 9th, you will be getting Monster Hunter World. It's going to be playable up to 4K at 60
frames. It actually came out in January 26th.
January? Okay, so yeah. So for full 7 months plus a couple of extra weeks. But it's going to be available to play 4K 60 frames per second. They've listed the minimum requirements on the Capcom website. You can pre-order it now, and you will also be able to get, there's some goodies if you pre-order, basically.
Yeah. So but one of the things that I noticed, and one of the things that I didn't really appreciate, is that it's not going to come with all of the content that's on the consoles right off the bat.
Not right off the bat, right?
Yeah, they're going to be slowly rolling those things in, so you guys are going to have to wait on that. But I do feel like this is going to be the definitive version of the game. So if you haven't played it, for some odd reason you haven't gotten into Monster Hunter World, I believe this will be the opportunity for you. So go ahead and pre-order. It's a fantastic game. I've played through the majority of it. Haven't gotten like all of the haven't killed all the monsters, haven't gotten all the gear, but I did put a substantial amount of time into it. It's a fantastic game. I mean, it runs beautifully on the PS4, and I don't have the PS4 Pro. I just have the base PS4, and it runs fantastic. I mean, I don't really get too many complaints when it comes to this game, and I've played Monster Hunter games in the past, and it just didn't resonate with me. I played one on the 3DS and one on the original Wii, and I couldn't get down with them. But this one, the combat is great. The sense of like camaraderie when you're playing with other players is great. And it's just so much fun, man. It's so much fun. So I highly recommend it. Coming out soon. You will have to wait for some of the the event stuff, and I'm pretty sure some of the exclusive event things that happen. I don't remember, like event rewards. There we go. The rewards. I'm not sure the PC is gonna get, because some of them are exclusive to the console. So I know that they had
PlayStation had
Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah,
they've had some Street Fighter ones. They've had some Final Fantasy. So I mean, you get some of it, not all of it. One thing that's disappointing to me a little bit is that there's no cross-platform support.
Yeah, no cross-platform. You're not going to be able to bring over your saves either. That's another thing. Yeah,
that's right. No cross-platform support. Not playing with each other. Not bringing over your previous progress from other systems. So that's a bit disappointing, especially from Capcom, who's done cross-platform with Street Fighter V.
It doesn't make sense. They created the Capcom Fighting Network. They should have just called it the Street Fighter Online Network, because that's the only thing that they've used it for thus far. They haven't put that technology to use anywhere else, which is unfortunate, because it's fantastic tech, and it brings players together. And like, what other way to bring players together in Monster Hunter World than to just open the floodgates and let everybody play with everybody,
Right. I don't know. Capcom has been mum on it, but yeah, so hopefully something might come out in the near future, but as of right now, it's isolated.
Yeah.
Play with your PC friends.
I planned on getting it because I know O's gonna get the game again, and he's gonna play through it again. I might do that. I'm not sure. I feel like I put so much effort into my character in this one. I kind of want to see that one through instead of repurchasing the game.
I'm gonna get it on PC. I've been waffling to get it on PS4 to play with UNO, but I'm definitely gonna get it on PC. So I can.
Oh well, if you're getting it, I guess I'm getting it. That'll be fun. Me, you, and O playing Monster Hunter. I'm down for that. I'm actually down for that.
Especially with this new monster I'm gonna be putting together this week. I got all my parts for that too. So I've got a busy.
Got a busy week coming up. I see you, man. Get that work done. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Next up in our quick hits, EA is back in the news.
Yeah,
and this time, not for anything scummy. I guess we can like finally say they haven't done anything scummy yet.
Yeah, not yet.
But they just acquired a studio by the name of Industrial Toys, and what's interesting about this studio is that it is headed by a former lead at Bungie.
Yeah, he's a co-founder, Alex Seropian.
Yeah.
Is his name? Yeah. And they've only made two games. It's two mobile games, Midnight Star and the sequel, Midnight Star Renegades. And it's if you say small studio, it's 14 employees.
Yeah, that's very small. Like, when were they founded though? Like, how old are they?
I think it said 2013. I think it was.
Okay.
Was the either 2013
2012. There we go.
2012. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't. It's not that old. And this is actually his second studio, Alex Seropian. He had another studio prior to this one. But yeah, they were working on mobile games. EA says they're going to fold them into the EA Worldwide Studios and have them work on bringing new game concepts to life. So it's like they're going to be an R&D team. It sounds like to me.
Yeah, kind of just like helping out other like core teams with their workload. Right. Which isn't a terrible idea. I mean, it's people getting work, as long as they're not just, I don't know. I feel like it's such a small team that, I'm not worried about like their IPs like going by the wayside or anything like that.
Yeah, this isn't an IP crush. Like this seems more like an acqui-hire. Right. They bought the studio because they wanted the talent in the studio.
Right. Not necessarily the IPs, although they will get those IPs. Right. So if you're a fan of those Renegade, whatever that game is called, sorry, that thing might be gone. Oh gosh. Are they going to be able to keep their name, or they're just like folding into
they're EA Worldwide Studios? Yeah.
Okay.
No Industrial Toys anymore, as far as I can see.
Okay. All right. So EA swallowing up another studio. Let's hope it goes better for them than it has for a lot of other studios that have been acquired by EA, because we all know the story that happens there. They swap.
Visceral.
Rest in peace, Visceral. Rest in peace, Pandemic.
Pandemic, yeah.
And if Anthem don't work out, rest in peace, BioWare. We gonna have to wait and see, man. Oh God, it's so. Every time I think about that, I'm like, it is so much riding on that game right now.
Anthem, the pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. Oh, and I don't think we're not even talking about it in this show, but apparently another developer, high profile developer, working on Anthem, he left.
Yeah, it was joint. Oh, they walked off of it. Oh yeah, I read that. That's right. I did read that. Yeah.
Yeah, freaking bounced, dude. And I think this is the second person to leave during Anthem, and like this is the same thing that was happening during the development of Andromeda.
EA
People
is
just bouncing out.
They're like the Washington Redskins, where the owner is involved and shouldn't be.
Oh my God! Don't even bring the Redskins into this.
All right, let's go ahead and move on.
That's a disaster and a half in itself. But yeah, we have one more quick hit, so let's go ahead and get to it. What we got next?
This is one I'm really excited about. Dolby Vision is coming to the Xbox One. If you're unsure what Dolby Vision is, it's an HDR high dynamic range. It's a high dynamic range. What's the word? You figure it out.
I
don't know. But basically, HDR it gives you more color. And it's a step above HDR10. Me personally, we talked about this before the show. I see a difference. I have a couple of movies. Voodoo actually, and Voodoo shows Dolby Vision, as well as Netflix has some shows that are Dolby Vision. And when I watch those shows, I will default to my TV app because my TV does Dolby Vision, and those apps on the TV do Dolby Vision as well. With it on the Xbox, I would definitely defer back to the Xbox because of the better hardware acceleration, and as well as I have my Xbox wired as opposed to the wireless connection of my TV. But yeah, I do like this. There's one specific scene in Spider-Man where I see a difference, and it all comes down to being able to see colors in the dark. Like a lot of times you'll see somebody in the dark, they're maybe wearing like a dark blue shirt, and in a scene of the sea, seem like everything's black. Where you look at Dolby Vision, you can see that it's a blue shirt. When you see HDR10, you can see it's a blue shirt, and when you see Dolby Vision, you can even make out like subtle shade differences. Where if the fabric has has some kind of a texture or some kind of striping or something, you can make out those subtle differences. I like that. Bit of a video file, I can see this stuff. So yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Not so much of a thing over here. I mean, this is only going to be for the Xbox One S and Xbox One X. So the OG Xbox, which is what I still have, will not be getting this update. But I mean, that's to be expected. The OG Xbox One came out how long ago now?
4 years ago, right? 2014.
Yeah, so they have two more powerful versions out, so that's the ones that they're focusing on. Can't really blame them for that. Not gonna blame them for that. And I'm not that guy. I don't have a 4K TV. Like I'm not the guy that's like trying to get the best picture quality. But for the people that want that, it is there. So I'm down with it. It makes pretty cool.
It makes Xbox through Xbox One S and X a full-on home theater, because not only do they have Dolby Vision, they added earlier this year or late last year they added Dolby Atmos, which gives you your high center surround. So they've got the Dolby Atmos, and now they have the Dolby Vision. And the thing about Dolby Vision, it's a hardware solution. So if your TV doesn't have it, you can't get it because you need a specific chip. Where on the Xbox, and I'm sure the PlayStation will be able to do it too, where they have the dedicated video cards and video processor. They can meet the requirements that you need to make to display Dolby Vision.
Okay, cool. So when is this supposed to be going down?
It is out now for Xbox Insiders. I haven't been able to download it because my Xbox has not been connected since last Tuesday. But once I get it all plugged up, I'll get everything downloaded and such. So
so we'll get an update on how good it is whenever you get your room put back together.
I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. So those are our quick hits. Remember, if you want to submit stories to us, you can do that as well. You can submit them to us on Facebook, on Twitter, or down in the comment section if you're watching this on YouTube. Any stories that you would like for us to talk about, personally will most likely end up in the quick hits section, but you got to be quick, because if you want to beat Boogie to the punch, because every time that there's a story that I want to talk about, Boogie's already like added it to the show notes, and so I'm just like, all right, well, it's already there. So if you want to beat Boogie to the punch, you gotta let us know, because then we'll also shout you out on the show as well. We'll give you credit for bringing up the story. That's something that we want to do. We want to include you guys in the show, so get involved. That's what we're here to do. Also, if you're watching us on Twitch, this is our brand new home, twitch.tv/ AWGNS podcast. We have Frankerface Z emotes, as you can see on the screen there, that you can spam if that's what you want to do. I don't encourage it, but I mean, it is a thing that is available. There we have some custom emotes. They look kind of cute. I like them.